So now that we have everything in place, we're going to start scripting. So in order to create a script, you need to go to Project, right click, Create, and then C# script. And then we're going to name the script Wheel Controller. Of course, you can name this anything you want, but I'm naming this so I know exactly what the script is all about. Alright, now that the script has been created, I just need to double click, and once I double click on this script, it's gonna open up in Visual Studio where I can edit the script. So if you're working with C# script for the first time, you might be a little bit overwhelmed with everything, but don't worry. If there's one thing that you understand but 5 things that you don't, you just have to think everything's going to take some time. So breathe in and let's get started with the code. The first thing we're going to create is we're going to go underneath this public class right over here, hit enter, enter again, and I'm going to create a float, and I'm going to call it, I need a float of rotational speed, but I'm going to shorten that and then call it rot speed, and the default value is going to be set to 0. And then I'm going to go underneath the update right over here, and I'm going to input if input.get mouse button down. Then what I want to happen is then I want the rotational speed to transform from 0, which was our default value, to 10. And I want the transformation of the rotate to happen just on the z-axis. So not in the x or y, just in the z-axis by the speed of the rotation of the wheel. Great. So let me just go back to explain this a bit more. So here we've set the initial value of the speed to be 0, and underneath the update, which means that whatever happens inside the update applies to every frame during gameplay, is that when I press the mouse, I want the rotation speed to equal 10, and I want the speed of the wheel to be applied to a rotation that is happening in the z-axis. So if the wheel was moving in the x-axis, it'd be moving like this. If in the y, like this. And in the z, like this. We want the wheel to turn to the left, which is why we have these values right here. Perfect. So now that we have all of this down, I'm going to go back to Unity and apply this script to the wheel. So let's just do that. Great. We're now back in Unity. You'll notice that if you look at the inspector window now, the update of the script is reflected right over here, just as it was in Visual Studio. So I'm going to drag and drop the script and place it on the wheel. Save that. And now let's go test the script by clicking on play. And then clicking on the wheel. As you can see, the script is definitely working. So when I clicked on the wheel started spinning like that. Okay, great. You've come a long way. But now the question is, how do we make it stop? Will it stop if we click again? Nope, because we didn't add any script about slowing down. So let's adjust the script so that we can slow this wheel down when we click it one more time.